Greetings, yogis. Namaste. I'm happy to present this new series where I create sequences designed specifically to help you address your back pain. This video will be focusing on the low back. I do want you to keep in mind, however, even when we focus on different areas of the spine, we still need to be thinking of it holistically as one unit where everything is connected, and something that you do in the neck might impact the low back, the hips, the upper back. Whenever I'm teaching, the most common requests that I get are for hips, low back, shoulders, and neck. This seems to be where we carry the most tension and collect the most trauma. So my intention is to help break it down and maybe not cure your back pain, but at least give you some tools to help you tune into it, gather some more information about where it might be coming from, and then maybe help you make choices in your own life to help let go of that pain. It's a journey. It's something that I'm still working on myself. I'm dealing with some low back pain, particularly on the right side, upper back pain on the left side. Sometimes the left side of my neck bothers me, left foot pain. So I can't promise your pain will go away, but I think it does get a little better with consistent practice. So here we go. I do recommend having a couple blocks. We'll start in a simple cross-legged position. Whatever feels comfortable for you. Taking a moment to ground down into the earth with the sit bones, gently closing the eyes, face is soft. I find it encouraging in terms of back pain that the entire purpose of yoga or our asana physical practice is to support the body sitting like this in meditation. So if that's the goal, then we work on core strength, posture, breath awareness. Drawing your attention to the crown of the head, the top of the head. Think about pulling it towards the ceiling as if somebody was pulling you up on a string, trying to make your spine nice and long, and then engaging with the lower abdominals, drawing them in and up to support the spinal muscles. Relax the shoulders down the back, out of the ears. Chin is level with the earth. The rib cage is drawing down towards the hips. Palms could be face down on your lap, or you could find some kind of a mudra. For me, I find this is the most comfortable. Don't quite have the upper body strength yet to support having my arms turned out like this, but that's okay. We'll find some upper back circles, thoracic circles, rib cage isolations. So we'll start out by going forward with the chest, then to the right, back, left, forward. So now we're going to smooth it out. See if you can keep your hips and shoulders more or less isolated, stationary, and just move the rib cage. This might feel a little sticky, especially if you're doing this practice earlier in the day. We'll reverse direction, so to the left, back, side, front. Smooth it out. One more. Take your time here. And then returning to neutral. Lowering the right ear to the right shoulder. Nod your head, yes. And then over to the other shoulder. Nod your head forward and back. Continuing to engage with the lower abdominals. Chin to chest. And then tilting the chin up. Returning the head to neutral, looking over the right shoulder. And then the left. Returning to neutral, finding some shoulder circles. Other direction. So like I mentioned, even though we are going to be focusing on the low back more today, I'm still incorporating neck, shoulder, upper back exercises. So here we go. First low back exercise. You're going to extend your legs straight out in front of you. Walking the flesh out from under the sit bones. This is one of my favorite low back stretches. And it's good to do early in your practice or late in your practice, twice, as often as you can. You could also use blocks to help you. We're simply going to bend one leg. The sole of the foot finds the inner thigh. Place your blocks to either side of your leg, coming up nice and tall with a nice flat back. We're going to inhale, exhale, gently walking the fingertips forward. So here I'm really trying to emphasize good posture. I want to take my time here, keeping my spine nice and long. We have a tendency to want to round forward, but if we do that, we're going to neglect our low back and upper hamstring muscles. So it's really more about, like I said, posture over depth. I have a lot of tightness on this side, so for me, I really can't go very far. And it's, again, not what it's about. But if you want to go deeper, think about lengthening on the inhales, making your spine really long, like somebody's pulling on your neck, trying to lengthen it, and then going deeper on the exhales. Think about chin towards toe or heart towards toe. Even though this pose is technically called head to knee pose. Connect to the breath, sending the breath to any areas of tension or tightness. I like to keep my front foot active by extending out through the ball of the foot, spreading the toes. But you could also just have it relaxed. You could find some little neck circles here maybe. Or find kind of like a cobra side to side motion. We want to try to get the spine tracking over the femur and the leg. So if you can go deep enough, you can grab onto the outside edge of your foot. Could also be good to have a strap here. That would actually probably be good for me. Let me go get that. So I have my strap, but you could use a scarf or a necktie. We're gonna be here just a few more breath cycles, so I'm gonna loop it around. This is gonna help me keep that foot to hand connection without sacrificing my posture. So coming forward nice and easy. And breathe. All right. Coming out of it, we'll switch sides. Maybe I come straight to the strap. This side is going to be a little bit easier for me, or maybe you put your blocks on either side of your shin. Either way, coming up nice and tall, inhale, exhale, walking forward with a nice flat back. Three more deep breaths here. Gently walking back up. Come to lay down on our backs. We'll find a little counter pose. Lowering slowly, slowly down, vertebrae by vertebrae. Whoops. Maybe not so slow. So we'll come into bridge pose. If you want to use your block for support, supported bridge, go for it. Finding some windshield wiper motion here with the knees side to side, pressing the low back down into the earth. Walk the feet underneath your knees. Really dig in with your heels as you start to lift your hips towards the ceiling, up off the ground. Nice and gentle, vertebrae by vertebrae. Feel free to place your block under your sacrum here. Palms find the floor. And we'll just hang out here for a few breaths. Gently removing the block if you had placed it under your sacrum and lowering back down to the floor, vertebrae by vertebrae. Drawing the knees into the chest, rock back and forth. Massaging at the spine. All right. We're going to stretch out the front of the body a little bit. So I want you to rock and roll, come through seated. We're going to meet in tabletop, all four hands and knees. From here, walking the hands back up, coming into a standing kneeling position. Take a big step forward with the left foot. Now I'm on a carpet and yoga mat here. If you need to put some extra cushion under your knee or flip over your yoga mat for extra cushioning, that is encouraged. We're looking for an opening in the front of the leg here. So I'm going to start to lean forward. Something to think about also when you're doing these exercises is how warm is your space. Right now it's daytime, it's like 80 degrees outside. It's pretty warm in the house. I had the AC turned off. I also just went for a bike ride, so my body's pretty warmed up. So it's just something to think about. The warmer you are, theoretically kind of the deeper you can go, the more your muscles, ligaments, tendons, fascia, everything is sort of relaxed. If you want to, you could grab a hold of that back foot. Really getting into the quadriceps here. Oops. Think about engaging with the glute, pressing the pelvis forward. Try not to replace any tension anywhere else. One more breath here. Gently release your foot. Oops, if you were holding on to it. We'll switch sides. Take your time here. Again, we're looking for an opening in the front of the left leg. So you can start to lean forward. Or if you like, option to reach for that back foot. All right, gently releasing your foot. If you're holding on to it, come into a hamstring stretch. Grab a hold of your blocks, extending your right leg straight out in front of you, and then again coming forward with the flat back. Oh, there we go. I got my foot flexed towards my face. My low back, my low belly is toned towards my spine. My heart is lifting towards my foot. Again, it's not so much how far forward I can come as how I can maintain this posture. Really trying to get into the upper hamstrings, low back here. Inhale, finding length in the spine. Exhale, coming forward with the heart. Again, if you like, sometimes I like to do this back and forth, side to side cobra snaking movement. Or finding some ankle rolls, maybe pointing and flexing the foot. Gently returning the foot back. We'll switch sides. Extending your left leg out in front of you. Try not to dump your weight into the blocks if possible. Think about pressing them away, lifting up out of the shoulders. Pressing the tops of the feet, the top of that right foot into the mat. Good, pressing the mat away. And we're gonna just find a child's pose. So you can do wide leg variation or knees together, whatever works for you. Walking the hands out in front of you, lowering the forehead to the mat. This is a nice one for releasing the low back. Gently walking the hands back up. We're just going to turn the other direction, coming into pigeon pose, which is going to help us stretch out our hips. Now, we want to be very mindful of the knee joint here. So if pigeon pose doesn't work for you, I want you to find a reclined figure four by lying down, crossing your ankle over your knee, and then drawing it towards your face. But I'm in the mood for pigeon today, so that's what I'm going to cue. I'm going to bring my blocks to the top of my mat. We'll meet in tabletop. I'm going to extend my right leg long behind me, walk my hands forward, draw knee to wrist. I'm going to swivel this foot forward and then walk back until I find my hip stretch. Whew. Yep, there it is. All right, think about seeing if you can center that back leg behind you. Ooh. We want to find an evenness between both hips. See if you can lift your hands up off the earth. You don't want to lean too much to one side or the other. Blocks can be useful. Maybe you come up nice and tall and then lower down into your deeper pigeon. Make sure you're not gripping anywhere else in the body. So the low back, I think, is connected to the hips. The hips collect a lot of tension. So I think it's well worth the investment of time to sit here and allow that tension to release from the hip joint and the hip muscles, the hips, glutes. One of the ways that we can assist the body is by focusing on sending the breath to any areas of tightness. Gently walking the hands back up, we're going to switch sides. So tuck the toe, gently returning to tabletop. Walk it out if you need to. Extending the left leg back. Knee to wrist. Swivel and scooch. Oh, there it is. Again, take your time. Gently walking the hands back up. Swinging the legs around. come to lay down and find a spinal twist. Oh, drawing the knees into the chest. Scoot your hips to the right, draw the knees into the chest, and then over to the left. Oh yeah, there it is. Ooh. Try to keep that right shoulder on the ground. Maybe you turn and gaze over your shoulder towards your right hand. One more deep breath here. And then we're going to gently switch sides. Ooh. Hips shift over to the left. Drawing the knees into the chest and then lower them over to the right. Your arms can come out to a T shape. Try to keep that left shoulder on the floor. Maybe you gaze over your left shoulder. Only if it feels okay for your neck. Tuning into the low back. Tuning into any sensations without judgment. Connecting to the breath. And then gently returning through neutral. Find your Shavasana. Returning your awareness to your breathing. Wiggle your toes and fingers. Roll out the ankles and the wrists. Bend your elbows. Reach your arms overhead. Stretch your hands and feet away from each other. Drawing the knees into the chest. Make yourself really small. Roll onto your left side. Using your bicep as a little cushion. And then reluctantly pressing yourself back up to seated. So we'll practice a 1-minute meditation before we end our practice. It's always a good idea to have something to elevate your hips. You want to have hips above knees. Excuse me. Or really you just want to be comfortable. Again, rooting into the earth with your sit bones, lengthening through the crown of the head. Face is soft. Shoulders are relaxed. Following the breath. For 1 minute. there we go. The light in me sees and honors the light that is in you. In that spirit, we are one. Namaste. Thank you very much for tuning in to my channel and for taking this class. Again, I'm pretty excited about this new series focusing on back pain. It's something that I have been working through for many years, chronic back pain. So it's very personally relevant and interesting to me. My goal is to help others relieve back pain. That's one of the main reasons that I became a yoga teacher. Seems like just about everybody accumulates back pain throughout their life, but I don't think we necessarily have to just lay down and accept it. So join me on this journey to release your chronic back pain. Please let me know if you have any questions or any comments. This class was a little bit shorter. It's about 30 minutes. I do offer some full-length, full-body classes as well, so please check those out. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.